Have you ever wondered how pilots can fly through complete darkness with no sun, no landmarks, no glowing horizon to guide them? There are no headlights like a car, no road to follow, yet somehow they know exactly where they are and where they're going. Sounds impossible, right? The truth is more fascinating than most people realize. By the end of this story, you'll see night flying in a completely different way. And you'll even learn some airplane secrets that most passengers never notice. Some of them could even save your life. Step inside a cockpit at night, and it feels like stepping into another world. The space doesn't sit in silence and shadow. It glows, soft instrument lights shine on the panels. Buttons shimmer in quiet colors. Small lamps spill just enough brightness on charts and paperwork so the crew can see without blinding their eyes. The atmosphere is calm, steady, almost peaceful, yet this calm hides the challenge. Pilots flying at night aren't relying on their eyesight. They are relying on something far more important. Airplanes don't use headlights midair. They have landing lights that are blindingly powerful for the runway, but once a plane climbs into the sky, they're useless. At 35,000 feet, there's nothing to bounce light off of. No pavement, no trees, no landmarks, only endless air. Flicking them on would just light up emptiness. So instead of looking for what they can't see, pilots trust their instruments. Every dial, every gauge, every screen becomes a second set of eyes. The attitude indicator tells whether the plane is level or turning. The altimeter whispers how high it is. The heading display confirms direction. Outside the windows, there may be nothing but blackness, but inside the cockpit, these glowing symbols guide the way. Pilots are trained to scan them constantly, rhythmically, never letting their focus rest too long in one place. Look outside during a flight over a big city, and the world below turns into a dazzling map of lights. Streets shine like glowing rivers, buildings twinkle like constellations. It almost feels as if the ground itself is sprinkled with stars. But leave the city behind and the world vanishes. Over oceans or deserts or mountains, there are no lights, no horizon, no reference. That's when the instruments become everything. Human vision isn't built for instant night adaptation. It can take up to half an hour for eyes to adjust to true darkness. That's why pilots dim the cockpit lighting. Too much glare inside ruins their edge. It's also why cabin crews dim the cabin lights during takeoff and landing at night. It isn't for mood, it's to make sure passengers' eyes are ready. If something goes wrong, if the power cuts, if smoke fills the cabin, your eyes are already adjusted to darkness. You can spot the glowing exit signs instantly and move faster when every second matters. When it comes to landing in the dark, pilots have another hidden lie. It's called the Instrument Landing System, or ILS. Imagine an invisible beam stretching out from the runway, guiding the plane down at the perfect angle. Even if the pilots cannot see the runway yet, the instruments already show them the path. Fog, rain, or total black sky doesn't matter. That invisible beam is like a lifeline pointing them home. And pilots aren't alone out there. Air traffic controllers are their eyes in the sky. Controllers track every single aircraft on radar, constantly updating pilots on weather, traffic, and runway conditions. Even when you can't spot another plane outside your window, someone on the ground already knows where it is and makes sure everyone stays safe. Of course, night flying isn't just about technology. It's about endurance. Midnight flights can be exhausting. To stay sharp, pilots keep the conversation flowing, sip coffee, run checklists, and on long-haul flights they rotate with extra crew members so everyone can rest. The golden rule is simple: no one flies tired. If a pilot isn't fully alert, they don't touch the controls. Here's the twist. Many pilots actually love flying at night. The air is smoother because the heat of the day is gone. Thunderstorms are less common, the skies are less crowded. Radios are calmer and the view, stars above, glowing cities below. It feels peaceful, steady, almost magical. But the magic isn't just in the cockpit. Airplanes hide secrets everywhere. That swirl painted on a jet engine spinner isn't decoration, it's a warning for ground crew. When the engine is running, the swirl blurs into a spiral, signaling danger so people don't get too close to the suction zone. Look closely above the wings and you might see small hooks. They're not random. In a water landing, ropes attached there to help passengers escape safely onto rescue rafts. Even the cabin has hidden details. Those screws above the overhead bins are actually secret handrails so flight attendants can move steadily during turbulence. And here's a surprise that may change the way you fly. The dirty spot on the plane isn't the bathroom. It's the tray table. Passengers use them for everything. Eating, working, changing diapers, yes, really. That's why flight attendants recommend bringing disinfectant wipes and keeping your belongings in your bag. Want to make your next flight smoother? Morning flights usually have fewer delays and calmer air. Window seats are colder because the outside temperature can reach minus 140 degrees, so bring a sweater. Skip the hot tea or coffee since the water tanks are and tea always cleaned as often as you like. Stick with bottled drinks, and here's a food hack. Choose a special meal when booking. Vegetarian, kosher, or gluten-free options are usually fresher and served before the standard meals. So the next time you step onto a plane at night, remember this. While the outside world may look like nothing but black sky, inside that glowing cockpit, pilots are guided by invisible signals, trusted instruments, and years of training. Tiny details you never notice are working silently to keep you safe. And maybe, as you look out your window, you'll see the lights of a city sparkling below, or the endless stars above, and feel just a little of the wonder that makes pilots love the night sky. If you found these flying secrets fascinating, stay tuned, because there are plenty more stories waiting to be told. Hit subscribe, stick around, and next time you fly, you'll know things most passengers never will.